Now coming to the types of myeloma, we have various types of myeloma. IgG myeloma, which is commonly seen in 60% of patients. IgA myeloma, which is commonly seen in 20% of patients. Light chain myeloma is commonly seen in 20% of patients. And less than 1% of patients can present with IgD and IgM myeloma as well. Now coming to myeloma. So when it comes to myeloma, we always do a classification from IMWG, International Myeloma Working Group. So when we see the progression of myeloma, we all know, right? The progression of myeloma comes from MGUS to smoldering multiple myeloma, from smoldering multiple myeloma to true multiple myeloma. So what are all the patterns? So we know the 5% of populations above 50 years of age are more prone for having MGUS. So we know the risk of progression of MGUS to active multiple myeloma is 1% per year. And when it comes to smoldering myeloma, there is 10% risk of progression to multiple myeloma in first 5 years, followed by 3% in over next 5 years, and 1.5% thereafter. So what is the importance? So first 10 years, there is an high risk of progression of smoldering multiple myeloma to active multiple myeloma. After that, it behaves like an MGUS pattern of 1.5%. So this is a very important cartoon which I would like to highlight. What are all the primary, secondary cytogenetic abnormalities which happens in multiple myeloma? Why this is important? Because we know myeloma clonality progress from youngest to smoldering and from smoldering to active multiple myeloma. So in primary cytogenetic abnormalities, what do we define it as? First hits. So those first hits are IGH translocations and trisomies. What are IGH translocations? IGH translocations are nothing but translocations happening at the level of chromosome number 14. If you want to know the locus, it is 14q32. So that is the locus of immunoglobulin gene region. So when translocation happens at immunoglobulin region, IGH locus, it is commonly seen in primary cytogenetic abnormality. So look at the thing, translocation 614, translocation 1114, and trisomies. These are all commonest primary cytogenetic abnormalities which happens in multiple myeloma. So keep a point that trisomy 11 is to 14, trisomy 6 is to 14, and trisomy 17. These are all primary cytogenetic abnormalities which happens in the multiple myeloma at the stage of youngest. And when it comes to secondary cytogenetic abnormalities, we commonly encounter 1q amplification and deletion 17p13. So these are all two important secondary cytogenetic abnormalities which happens at the level of smoldering multiple myeloma or active multiple myeloma. Then what happens when myeloma becomes refractory to therapy, patient progresses to extramedullary diseases, for example, extramedullary plasmacytoma involving brain, involving gut, involving other skin and subcutaneous tissues, or there is a blood spread. Example, plasma cell leukemias. There are additional hits occurring at the various regions. These are nothing but mixed translocations. So mixed translocations are common in patients with primary plasma cell leukemias, extramedullary diseases, and refractory multiple myelomas. So these are all the important various stages of multiple myelomas. So coming to the same thing as per the Harrison, what are standard risk myelomas? Standard risk myelomas are nothing but translocation 6 is to 14, translocation 11 is to 14, and trisomies. These are all standard risk multiple myeloma. What does it define as standard risk? The overall survival of patients of standard risk is beyond 5 years from the diagnosis. That's why it is called standard risk. Then what is high risk multiple myeloma? The overall survival of patients with this myeloma is usually less than 2 years. Look at the difference. There is an overall 3 to 4 years difference in survival between standard risk and high risk. So patients with high risk, example, translocation 414. 414 corresponds to Fibroblastic growth factor receptor 3, 1416 corresponds to CMAF translocations. 1420 corresponds to MAFB translocations. Deletion 17p13. Gain 1q. Deletion 1p. All these are high-risk multiple myelomas. When patients harbor these high-risk features, the overall survival of patients will be less than 2 years from the diagnosis. That's why standard risk myeloma has a favorable prognosis beyond 5 years, which is 614, 1114 trisomies. High risk myeloma survival is less than 2 years.